Technology has revolutionized the globe like never before. Currently, we could witness technology in every sphere of our lives, starting from classroom to home front. It has dominated pen and paper of our ancient time, and it is the lens through which we experience much of our world. Expertise in technology adds a new dimension to the techno savvies of current era as the entire globe sails smoothly and introduces innovative ways to make the education hassle-free under this challenging time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delhi Public School, Pune, I extend a warm and delightful welcome to witness the aptitude of technical skills of our exuberant dipsites. We are privileged and honored to have an eminent member of jury amidst us to adjudge today's event. It's a matter of pride to introduce the jury comprises of Miss Rajni Kapoor and Miss Sarabjeet Kaur, who would be judging the ensuing event.
Consistent nurturing and exploring new avenues in ever-widening technology has become the hallmark of Delhi public schools. In order to widen the horizons of technical skills and to attain well-rounded connoisseur, the school has taken proactive steps to test the technical aptitude of dipsites, titled Mind Spark. Before we proceed to the event, let me brief on the various activities slated for the participants. Therefore, the activities have been broadly classified into three categories, such as Mind Bender, Code Brigade, and Fact Architect. Eventually, 5 finalists from each event have been shortlisted. The event is about to commence with the introduction of the first activity, Mind Bender, based on multiple choice questions wherein 3 rounds would be conducted and each question would have a specific time limit for the participants' response.
Good evening, one and all present here. Before we start the quiz, I would like to apprise all our viewers and the participants about the rules of the quiz. The first rule is the entire quiz will have 3 rounds. The second rule is the questions of the first round will be general programming based. Each participant will be given 30 seconds to answer one question. The third rule is the questions of the second round will be error finding based. Each participant will be given 40 seconds to answer one question. The fourth rule is the questions of the third round will be output based. Each participant will be given 40 seconds to answer one question. The fifth rule is no question shall be passed to the next participant. The sixth rule is in case of a tie between 2 students, a tiebreaker round will be held towards the end of all the rounds. So I hope the participants are all set for the quiz. Let's begin with the first round, which has general programming questions. The first question goes to code MB4, code MB1. To create HTML page, you need, your options are A, web browser, B, text editor, C, both A and B, D, none of the above.
Option C, both A and B.
Good, your answer is correct. Second question goes to code MB2. Guess the logo. Your options are A, Java, B, Python, C, C++, D.
Payal ma'am, please switch to slideshow mode. Payal. Slideshow mode, ma'am.
प्रेस F5 करिए मैम.
Code MB2. Can you see the question now? Guess the logo.
Yes, ma'am. Option number B, Python.
Good. Your answer is correct. This question is for code MB3. In which language is Python written? Option A, English. Option B, C. Option C, PHP. And option D, all of the above.
Option B, C.
Option B, C. That's good. Your answer is correct.
Payal ma'am, your screen is not moving with the questions. Kindly come to slideshow mode. We can restart the presentation, no problems. Thank you. Perfect.
This question is for code MB4. Resolving errors in a program is known as, your options are A, debugging, B, refixing, C, error checking, D, problem solving.
Option A, debugging.
That's correct. Your answer is correct. Question number 5 for code MB5. What do you use to define a block of code in Python language? Your options are A, key, B, brackets, C, indentation, D, none of these.
The answer is B, brackets.
Sorry, your answer is wrong. Since we are done with all the participants for round 1, now we move on to round 2, for which the time limit is 40 seconds. So here's the first question. This is the first question for participant 1, MB1. Find out the error in the following QBasic code. Study the code and answer accordingly.
Ma'am, the screen is not visible. Yes, ma'am. Option D, none of these.
Sorry, your answer is wrong. Here comes the second question for code MB2. Find out the errors in the following Python code. Study the code and answer accordingly.
Ma'am, no error.
Sorry, your answer is wrong. The correct answer is option C, error at line 3. Here comes the next question for code MB3. Find out the error in the following Python code. Study the code and answer accordingly.
I think the option C, error at line 3.
Sorry, your answer is wrong. The correct answer is D, all of these. The next question comes for code MB4. Find out the errors in the following QBasic code. Study the code and answer accordingly.
Option C, error at line 6.
Sorry, your answer is wrong. The correct answer is B, both B and C. Next question comes for code MB5. Find out the error in the following QBasic code. Study the code and answer accordingly.
Ma'am, option A, error at line 1.
Sorry, your answer is wrong. The correct answer is D, both A and C. So here we are done with round 2 with all the participants. Now let's proceed towards round number 3. Here comes the first question for code MB1. Find out the output of the following Python code. Study the code and answer accordingly.
Option B.
Good, that's correct. Next question goes to code MB2. What will be the output of the given code in QBasic? Study the code and answer accordingly.
Option number B.
Option B.
Yes, ma'am. Option B. 5 and 10.
5 and 10. That's correct. Your answer is correct. This question goes to MB3. How many rows and columns does this table have? Study this HTML code and answer accordingly.
Option D, 2 rows and 2 columns.
That's correct, code MB3. This question goes to code MB4. Find out the output of the following Python code. Study the code and answer accordingly.
Option C, x equal to 10, y equal to 5.
That's correct, code MB4. This question goes to code MB5. Find out the output of the following Python code. Study this code and answer accordingly.
Option B, even.
That's correct, code MB5. Since we are done with all the 3 rounds of the quiz, we shall now tabulate the results to check if there is a tiebreaker.
Till the time the judges are tabulating the results, we would like to appreciate the efforts of the zealous participants.
The next event is Code Brigade, in which the contestants would develop a game with the help of programming languages such as Python, QBasics, and Scratch. The time limit allotted to each contestant would be of 3 minutes. Now, let's invite our first contestant, CB1.
Good evening, respected judges, my teachers, and my fellow participants. Today, I would like to present my project idea, my COVID-19 playbook. The project idea. The project is a gamification of COVID-19 appropriate behavior. It shows various situations where rules and precautions of preventing COVID-19 have to be followed to reach the next level. The game makes people aware of regulations to be followed and benefits of following them and the ill effects of going against them. Software and application use. The software used for the game is Scratch. The software includes block coding and creating and designing backgrounds, sprites, and various animation. My app includes various condition blocks, sprites that are characters, and various backgrounds. Benefits to the society. The app increases understanding of public on COVID regulation through engaging them in games. With schools reopening, this app could be used to make children understand protocols to be followed in these times through gamification. The app provides a platform for government to update changing regulation. Now let's see the app. So this is my app. I have 2 different games here. The first one, what should you do? The second one, hand wash, scrub, scrub.
Choose one of the situations where COVID-19 regulations have to be followed and maintained.
So on clicking the first game, I have an audio which tells that there are 5 different situations here. So Judge, would you like to choose one?
Okay, I'll go for airport.
Click on the items which have to be carried according to COVID protocol to travel on a flight.
So as mentioned by the audio, I have a list of items on the left side of the screen. So the user has to click the ones which have to be taken to the airport as COVID protocol. So if the user clicks on an apple or a bag, it will show both of them are wrong. Whereas if the user clicks on an RT-PCR test, a hand sanitizer, an N95 mask, or a surgical mask, it will show that all of them are wrong. Right. So now I would like to show another situation because I've coded it slightly different.
Choose the correct way of maintaining distance and sitting in a hotel in these times.
So as mentioned by the audio, I have 3 different situations here. The first one following social distancing, the second one following social distancing along with wearing a mask, the third one not following any protocol. So Judge, which one would you like to choose?
I would go for the
I
last
will go
situation.
for second.
Okay.
So on clicking the second situation, it shows that it is the correct regulation. If I click on the first one, it shows that not wearing mask is breaking the protocol. And if I click on the third one, it shows that it is wrong. So now I would like to move on to my second game, which name is hand wash, scrub, scrub.
Choose 2 items to wash your hands and make them clean.
So as mentioned in the audio, the user has to choose 2 objects to make your hand clean of germs. And here is the lifeline of the germ, which is currently at 100%. So if the user clicks on water, after rinsing your hands with water, the lifeline of the germs will go down. So now, instead of clicking the soap, if the user goes on to click a rug, after rinsing your hands with rug, the lifeline of the germs will go down by 30%.
The 2 items for you to choose have already been selected.
So this app makes children as well as adults precautionate to wash your hands, which is very important in these times, and the things used to wash your hands. Thank you.
Thank you, CV1. Next, we have CB2.
Good evening, respected judges and my fellow participants. Today I, CB2, shall be presenting a project created by me on Scratch. The name of this project is Minecraft, a Platformer. Objectives: garbage collection, wall jumping, avoiding lava and enemies, and plantation of trees. Game requirements: Windows all versions, MacBook, Android, mobile or tablet, iOS, iPhone or iPad. Benefits to society: the program raises awareness towards keeping the environment clean. It also allows the user to plant trees and clean up garbage while saying messages, thus enabling children to help more towards cleaning our environment. So this is just a backstory. Steve decides to go for a walk in the jungle, but he is very upset at seeing less trees and lots of garbage. He decides to do something about it. Help Steve along the way as he tries his best to collect garbage and plant trees. So this is our main character, Steve. You can see we can move with arrow keys as well as use touchscreen. So we have cleared a level and this is a level point. So as you clear a level, your points increase. And this is garbage. And there's also a garbage collector, which shows you that how much garbage you've collected. And for if some reason the player falls into the lava, is not able to complete the level, the points decrease. So this is our trees. So if we press Y, we can plant a tree. And this is more garbage. These are different levels. This is an automated enemy. So and we have reached the final level, and I will just put the garbage in a bin. As you can see, we have segregated the garbage, wet and dry, and this is a message from the main character. Before you end this game, remember to take care of the environment, plant more trees, clean up after yourself, etc. Remember, be the change you wish to see in the world. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, CB1. Now let's see what CB3 has to present.
Good evening, judges, teachers, and my fellow participants. Today I will be presenting a game which I have made. Objective: learn how to reduce pollution and the facts about pollution while playing. The types of pollution used: water pollution, soil pollution, and air pollution. Game requirements: code.org, Google, Firefox, Internet Explorer, etc. Windows, Android, Mac, etc. Let's start with the game. So here, as you can see, welcome. Press start to learn about pollution and help reduce it while playing. When I click on start, I get the option to choose my character. So will the judges like to choose a character?
Okay, I would be Lily.
Okay. When I click on Lily, Lily gets teleported to a dirty earth. What is this dirty place? Where am I? Lily, you have been chosen to do this quest to make the earth better. If you don't, this is how the earth will look in the future. Click play and start this game. You have to dodge the monsters and then you will get the solution to make the earth clean. So when I click on play, you can get more information about this level or you can start with the game. When I start with the game, there's a key. It gets hidden behind some object. So I'll try and search for it. The key will be placed at a random location every time. This level was about water pollution. So here is a fact about water pollution. When I start with level 2, as you can see, the number of monsters increases as the level increases. So this time I have to touch the door to win. So this is the last round. Press the button for the next round, which is about air. This is facts about soil pollution, and this round was about soil pollution. In the last round, as you can see, the number of monsters gets increased again. If I touch the monster, this screen shows up and I get to retry the game. Whereas if I touch this button and win, you can learn how to reduce pollution. So will the judges like to choose any one type of it?
Air pollution.
Okay, when I click on air pollution, I can get a message of how to reduce it. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this game and I hope it helps in reducing pollution.
Thank you, CB3. Now let's see what CB4 has to present.
Good evening, respected judges, teachers, and my dear fellow participants. Today I, CB4, would like to present my project, Flying Space. Platform used for flying space. Scratch. The platform I use is Scratch. Scratch is a high-level block-based visual programming language and website targeted primarily at children 8 to 16 as an educational tool for programming. OS required are Microsoft Windows or Mac OS. What is my project all about?
My project, Flying Space, helps kids to learn about different parts of rocket and their requirements through a small story and fun gaming experience. This also gives a secret message to achieve your goals through the story. There are even instructions provided for the game before starting. Now I would like to show my game. Let me click on start. Here's the story of the boy who always wanted to go to the moon from his childhood. Welcome to Flying Space. Now you have to fly into space, and for that we'll have to collect money and upgrade your ship. Basic controls part 1. Basic controls part 2. Well then let's go. When I click bar, it hits a sprint. Upgrades part 1. Upgrades part 2. Whenever I hover my mouse over any part of the rocket, it shows how many resources they require. When I click on the play button, it always gives a remark after every sprint. Whenever I touch the rocks, my rocket speed reduces. Here we can see the distance and kilometers per hour covered by the rocket. I hope that children are able to learn different parts of rocket and the requirements through my gamification. Thank you.
Thank you, CB4. Now, lastly, let's see what our last contestant, CB5, has to present.
Good evening, respected judges, teachers, and all participants. Today, ICB5 is going to present a project on the topic freedom fighters. My quiz is based on a freedom fighters. In this quiz, there will be 15 questions and 3 lifelines, which will work as a hint for you all time between the game. What important things I've used? I've used Python programming language version 3.8 and the PyCharm IDE version 20.3.4. I've also used the Tinkler and the Pygame library. So these are very famous libraries for making games. I've also used the PYTT SX3 voice module. So this is lifeline in the game called Phone a Friend. So in that module, in that lifeline, this PYTT SX3 voice module is used. Benefits to the society. It gives us information about freedom fighters. It's a very entertaining game as it has the KBC theme and you get a feeling or you are sitting at the hot seat live. Makes a freedom fighter's sacrifice worth it. Now let's see the game. So as you can see my screen, there will be a question and 4 options. You need to answer 15 questions to reach 1 million. There will be 3 lifelines, 50-50, audience poll and phone a friend. So let's start. So for example, the participant doesn't know the answer of this first question, so he can use his first lifeline, phone a friend. So you need to click on this icon to get the answer.
The answer is all.
So I hope you are able to hear that it tells me the answer is all. So I can click on this answer. And yay, it's correct. And for example, the participant knows the answer of few questions like these. And has doubt in this question between A and B. So you can use this lifeline called 50-50 to remove 2 random options. They can be any 2 random options. So I know the answer now, it's B. And I also have doubt in this question. So I can use my lifeline. No. And for example, I know the answer of this question, so I can answer this question. Now I would request the judges to answer the questions. Which of the following newspaper was published by Motilal in 1990? And for example, you also don't know the answer of the question, so you can use a lifeline. So I would request the judges to answer.
I would like to use the lifeline.
Sure, ma'am. So as you can see, when you click on the lifeline, it shows me a chart and tells the answer is B. So will you like to go with the audience, ma'am?
Yes, definitely. I would like to go with the audience.
Sure, ma'am. And congratulations, ma'am. You won 4,000 pounds. The next question is, who is the first Prime Minister of India? A. Nehru ji, B. Indira Gandhi, C. Bhagat Singh, and D. Sukhdev.
Answer is A.
Sure. Ma'am, and the next question is, from which place did Madan Mohan publish his newspaper, Leader? Ma'am, we have no lifelines left.
Option A, Allahabad.
Congratulations, ma'am. You gave the correct answer and you won 16,000 pounds. The next question is, where was Chandrasekhar Azad born?
I want to quit.
Ma'am, there's no quit option. You have to guess an option.
Okay. C. Option C.
Oh, you lost. But congratulations, ma'am. You played really well and won 16,000 pounds. So when my game ends, it displays a message called better luck next time, and the close option is here. In this way, my game ends. I hope you enjoyed my game. Thank you.
Thank you, participants. Mere words will not suffice to applaud your unparalleled performance.
Subsequent to Code Brigade, we have yet another round named Fact Architect, wherein the contestants would be demonstrating their newly created project with the help of the technology that they have opted for. Each participant would be given 3 minutes for their presentation. Let's witness the demonstration of our budding technocrats. The first contestant is code FA1.
Good evening, respected judges, teachers, and all my dear friends. I am code FE1 and I am going to present my project in the name Green Arena. I have made my project on a software called Lego Digital Designer or LDD. Lego Digital Designer is a freeware computer program that lets you build models with virtual Lego bricks. Objective: air pollution from cities is mostly a result of increased number of cars and other vehicles burning fossil fuels, along with power plants and industrial complexes. According to the World Health Organization or WHO, around 3.8 million early deaths are attributed to air pollution. Climate change and acid rain are also the side effects of air pollution. So, we can reduce air pollution levels in our cities in the following ways. First, vertical forest. Second, algae curtains. Third, pollution absorbing street furniture. Now, let us have a look at my model in LDD. So, this is my model. Let's have a 360-degree view of it. This is an industry from where all the pollutants are released into the atmosphere. Here, I've created a jam of cars, which is a major source of pollution in a city. This green building on the right is a vertical forest. A vertical forest is a building prototype 112 meters high, housing about 800 trees. The vegetation can absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, thus preventing the gas from causing any further greenhouse warming in the atmosphere. These are the algae curtains. The curtains comprise of a set of tubes filled with microscopic algae. The idea is that the air from the ground level will rise through these tubes containing the microscopic algae. Why algae? Because algae are plants that absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and also break down the other pollutants generated by a city. This is a pollution absorbing street furniture. It is a 4-meter high board covered in moss attached to a bench. The moss that makes up the vertical garden can do the equivalent work of 275 trees. Maintenance. All these units are made of rainwater harvesting techniques so that they stay healthy and watered throughout with minimum maintenance. If all the countries implement these ideas, then we can surely save our planet and make it greener. I hope you all understood the concept of my project Green Arena, and I am sure one day we will implement all these ideas in every city of our country. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for your presentation. Now let's invite our next contestant, code FA2.
Good evening, respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. I am code FA2 and my topic is gaming huts. Under the category Fact Architect. The objectives of my game are to learn about home decor, develop logical and strategy making, and learning names of animal body parts. The benefits to the society are children will enjoy fun activities in this game. Children can learn various important attributes like identifying and placement of furniture and accessories. Young children will learn names associated to animal body parts. The software requirements are Scratch software and Windows 10. Now let's see the game. So this is my game, and over here there is my main character, and I'll control her using my arrow keys.
Hello, I'm Danny. I will take you to these amazing gaming huts where we can enjoy fun games.
So now, here there are 3 gaming huts. First is start from the game before the jungle safari. The second one is jungle safari. And the third one is exploring animals during the jungle safari. So let's see the first one. Over here, when I click on the door of this hut, we will go in to play the game.
Hello, Mom Julie. Hello, dear. I have got a game for you. The game is that you have to put the things I give in the right place. But here is a small twist. You have to put the things in the correct place while I give you my house tour. You need to be quick. I will surely play this game, Mom. So let's start. I am having a lot of fun. This is my center table. These are my lights. Wow, you kept the things I gave you in the correct place. Here, keep this magical star as a reward.
So there is a magical star in the cat's hand, and now we win. Now there are 2 choices, the jungle safari and exploring animals during the jungle safari. So which one will the judges choose? The jungle safari or the exploring animals during the jungle safari?
Let's go with jungle safari.
Wow, it's so cold.
Oh. So over here there is a butterfly on which Danny is sitting, and when I touch the beetle, we score a point. And when the snake touches us, then we reduce, the point is decreased by 1. So when I am touching the beetle, the point is increased and we win, as well as we earn a star. Now there is the last game, which is exploring animals during the jungle safari.
So over here there is a turtle, and when I click on head, so the color of the head of the turtle changes. When I click on base, the color of the base of the turtle changes. Eyes and mouth, the body, and the feet. And below there is written that click on the turtle's body part to get a remark. So when I click on head,
Nice choice.
it says nice choice. When I click on body,
I like it.
it says I like it. Now, once all the games are over, there is a final prize.
Thank you.
So now the game is over and you can replay the game by clicking on the green flag on the top left corner. I hope you found my game interesting and fun. Thank you.
Thank you, FA2. Now let's call upon our next contestant, code FA3.
A warm greeting to everyone present here. Myself, FA3. Today I'm here to talk about augmented reality technology and showcase the project titled Augmented Reality in Education. Augmented reality is a 3D technology used to augment the virtual world in the real world. Augmented reality is increasingly being used in education to help students with complicated subjects and concepts. The objective is to using the immersive and the 3D technology to make the learning more engaging for students. Benefits of AR in education are more engaging, interaction with digital world, accessible learning material, means you can use it anytime and anywhere. No special equipment is required. Higher student engagement and interest, a faster and more effective learning process. So audience, let us start the innovative way of using technology for studying our subjects and concepts. So we can use AI in multiple subjects, but today I'm going to use augmented reality technology in biology. So the objective is to study the human body anatomy and its parts in 3D augmented reality technology. Device used, mobile or tablet. Technology, extended reality, augmented reality, and artificial intelligence. Software used, Unity software and Blender software. So here you can see, this is the app I have made using Blender and Unity software. So first take a mobile using Android or Mac OS. So first open the app and it will scan the environment. So you have to move your device around, and then when you click on the screen, the human body shows up. So you can rotate it and scale it and reposition it also. So you can reposition it by using 2 fingers and rotate it using 1 finger in any side, and zoom in and zoom out using pinching fingers. So here you can see that you can double click a object, you can double click an organ and see additional information about it. And you can select a new model and reposition it at any place you like. Thanks. So here I have used Unity and Blender software. So the conclusion.
Thank you, FA3.
So the conclusion is that wait a minute. The conclusion is that there is a lot of opportunity to leverage AR in education in future. As we go digitization world, AR will play an instrumental role in transforming the education industry. Thank you.
Thank you, FA3. Now, our next contestant is code FA4.
Good evening, dear judges, teachers, and my fellow participants. I am code FA4. Today I am going to present my idea on smart street lighting. What is a smart street light? A smart street light is a public lighting fixture that incorporates technology such as cameras, light sensing photocells, and other sensors to introduce real-time monitoring functionalities. Now let's share some facts about street lighting in a metro city. The current energy consumption of sodium vapor streetlight in a metro city is about 421 lakh kilowatt per hour annually. We still have about a lakh sodium vapor streetlights installed in metro cities. The LED technology will definitely reduce the current energy consumption by 40 to 50%. But can we reduce it further? The answer is yes. How? By switching off lights when not in use. Manual control is prone to errors, leads to energy wastages. Manually dimming during the midnight is impractical. Therefore, the current solution statement to the mentioned problem statement is the introduction of automation and remote management solution to control street lighting. Now I would like to present a scratch animation of smart street lighting as well as a smart street lighting circuit simulation on Tinkercad. Surrounding lights turn on automatically when the movement of the vehicle is sensed. The street light fixture communicates with the next pole and switches on the light. As the objects move ahead, the first and the second pole lights switch off automatically and the corresponding lights are switched on as the motion is detected. No movement is captured by the first, second, and third pole. Therefore, the lights are turned off. The vehicle moves away from the fourth pole and all the lights are off, thereby conserving the energy. Now I would like to present the circuit diagram of smart street light. Arduino Uno programming in Tinkercad is used to show the circuit diagram of the first phase of smart street lighting. In this, the output is the pulse that represents the street light, which will glow after getting input from first photoresistor sensor or light sensor, which will detect day and night light. The left side is daylight and the right side is night light. Once I turn this into the night light, second, PIR, which is passive infrared sensor, which will detect the motion of an object, vehicle, or pedestrian in that area. The first pulse will glow after the object is detected from the first PIR. But if I switch this to the daylight, it won't glow, as we don't need street lights in day.
FA4, your screen is not showing the circuit, dear.
Just a minute, ma'am. Ma'am, is it showing?
Not yet. Yes, restart it, then it will.
Ma'am, is it visible?
Yeah, now it is visible. Thank you.
Arduino Uno programming in Tinkercad is used to show the circuit diagram of the first phase of smart street lighting. In this, the output is the pulse that represents smart street lighting, which will glow after getting input from first the photoresistor or the light sensor, which will detect day and night light. The left side is day and the right side is night. Once I turn this into the night mode, second, PIR, which is passive infrared sensor, which will detect the motion of an object, vehicle, or pedestrian in that area. The object is detected in the first PIR sensor, the first bulb glows. But if I turn this into the day mode, it won't glow, as we don't need street lights in the day. There is a resistor attached to the circuit to reduce current flow and adjust signal levels, the one here. I really hope that my project on smart street lighting sparks your mind with innovative and unique ideas. Thank you.
Thank you, FA4. Now moving on to our last contestant, code FA5.
Good evening, respected panel of judges and teachers. Today, I will be presenting my project, which is a Smart Secure City or SSC. Before I begin, I would like to call out that I have a sore throat and I am on medication. So please excuse me if my voice breaks or quivers during the project demo. Thank you, and let's begin. So the agenda for this project would be first the project design and the tools used for designing. Smart Secure City design. Below over here are the ideas that I've implemented in my design, and they will be explained during the project demo. The tools used and the designing tools explored. The tool that I used for making this project is Blender. Blender is an open source 3D designing software used for animation, 3D graphics, and a lot more. Let's begin the demo. This is the SSC or Smart Secure City. My main goal was to create a futuristic city using only natural resources and giving those resources back to the environment. So let's start at these buildings. These are eco-friendly buildings. They're made from recycled plastic, which makes them more durable and also helps us utilize the amount of plastic discharged by us. Moving on to the next idea that I've implemented here, which is the eco-dome. The eco-dome is a large enclosed dome surrounded by trees on the inside. The wildlife and trees create a very peaceful and tranquil environment. People usually come here to meditate and to get mental relaxation. Now let's go to the third idea that I've implemented, which is the stray dog sanctuary or the stray dog park. Why stray dogs? Because we see a lot of stray dogs roaming around in our society, and sometimes children act violently towards them. Because of this, the stray dogs attack the children. Because due to the specific reason, we have made this place for the stray dogs to ensure the safety of our citizens as well as the stray dogs. Now let's go to one of the main ideas that I've implemented in this project, which is the smart track. The smart track basically uses the friction produced by us while running and turns that into electricity. Let's see a quick demo of that. Think of this cube as a human running on the track. As he's running on the track, he's generating a lot of friction, which is being harnessed, then turned into electricity for daily use. As you can see, the lights around it are slowly lighting up, which indicates that electricity is being produced. Now let's look at some of the more common sources of generating electricity: solar panels and windmills. Windmills basically use the force of the air to generate electricity. Let's see how it does that. So the force of the air is what makes the windmill's blades rotate, and the rotation of the blades is what powers the electricity, is what generates the electricity. As you can see, the lights all around the area have lit up, which also indicates that electricity is being produced. Now let's go to the solar panels. The solar panels are located on top of each building. They harness some amount of heat and energy from the sun to heat up water and to generate some amount of electricity. Now let's go to the next idea that I've implemented here, which is the resource center. The resource center basically monitors the whole society. It manages its resources and utilities and makes sure it's functioning properly. Now let's go on to the smart air sensors. The smart air sensors are located all over the area. They sense the amount of pollutants in the air and send out special chemicals to destroy those pollutants. Last but not least is the Secure Watch. The Secure Watch is a watch worn by the children with an inbuilt tracker. The parents can app track the children as well as set specific boundaries and perimeters for them. If the child surpasses that boundary or perimeter, the watch starts to beep simultaneously, telling the child to stay within the perimeter. And with this, I come to the conclusion of my project demonstration. And I hope in the future we humans can build the SSC and implement it for a more secure, smarter, and beneficial society. Thank you.
Thank you, FA5. Indeed, it was a spectacular performance. Now, before concluding the contest, we would hold a tiebreaker round for the Mind Bender contest.
There was a tie amongst code MB1, MB2, MB3, and MB4. So let's have a round of questions for each one of them. So here comes the first question for code MB1. Predict the output for the following Python code. Study this code and answer accordingly.
Option D, error.
Thank you for your answer. Your response has been recorded. The second question of tiebreaker round comes to the code MB1. Select the right operator needed to complete step 2 in the given flowchart. The flowchart inputs two numbers from user and displays the bigger number.
Ma'am, it will be option number A.
Thank you, code MB2. Your response has been recorded. Next question goes to code MB3. Predict the output for the following code. Code MB3.
Option A.
Thank you, code MB3. Your response has been recorded. This question is for code MB4. Predict the output for the following operation.
Option B7.
Thank you, code MB4. Your response has been recorded. And with this tiebreaker round, we have come to an end to this quiz, and the results of the same will be published on our school website shortly. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you have enjoyed watching the splendid performance of the evolving Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. Now we have arrived at the concluding segment of today's event. The results would be published in the school website tomorrow. Before we sign off, I take this opportunity to thank the distinguished guests and parents' fraternity for guiding our technocrats to create milestones and pursue their aspirations with indomitable spirit. Thank you everyone for gracing this special occasion.